Okay, this is discovery number two from all these pictures I downloaded. So, I mean, I wanted to get some pictures of the trains at the station, which I managed to find a few. So this one's like 1960, yeah. So yeah, cool picture. I don't know what they're doing. Well, looks like train guys. I don't know, unloading something from the train there, or maybe it's a postal train. But anyway, there's that one, which is cool. That's a cool picture. And then there's this one which is being coloured. That's come from a black and white picture, and someone's coloured it, like I did with the pictures of Grandad and his daughter. So they've done the same thing here. So that's good. But it also, this one, I like that one because you can see how much the house has not changed. Yeah, there's the three chimneys. Three chimneys, all right. It's a slightly different angle, but you can see nothing's changed really. Although the colour of the brickwork is wrong because it's been colourised. But this colour one I got is really nice because it shows the actual colour brickwork, yeah, of what it should be, yeah, or close as, yeah. So that's a really nice picture. So we got these three pictures of the station as a station before it was all demolished, before all the railway line was ripped up and the road was put down. So we've got exactly how it looks. So I'm looking at these pictures, and then I found this discovery number two, yeah, which was okay. It's interesting if you find this station, you know, the resemblance to where our grandfather used to work and everything. So it's of interest. Now here you can see there's a tree there, yeah. So if I look at this picture, it's the same tree. You see it? It's the same tree, yeah. And even on this picture, same tree, same tree. So that tree is quite a prominent feature. And also you can see that there's a collection of trees. There's kind of like a collection of trees there. Though you can't see them that well in that one. But you can see there's a kind of collection, although that's a bit sort of all, because of the angle that is, you can't really see that they're separate trees. But, you know, it looks like there's three separate trees there. So I thought, I wonder if those trees are still there. So so then I looked at the modern one. You can see in the background there's the tree. And you can see there's three trees there. So if we zoom in on this one, we can see the three trees much, much better. So there, look, you can see one, two, three. There's two leaning back off the line. That's what happens when they used to prune the trees on railway lines, you know, back from the 1800s. What would happen is they'd always prune the trees or those young saplings that were like bending in towards the line or even straight. They would take them out. But any that was bent down away from the line, they would leave them. So that's why you've still got these leaning trees away from the line. And this one obviously was straight up in the air. They left that one. So that's really interesting. Now, what the discovery is not really the fact that the tree's there, which the tree is obviously there, but then I noticed in this picture that there's the signal, and then there was this thing in front of the signal. I thought, what's that? That can't be the signal. So then if you see, look, there's kind of like this shape. Well, that's not the signal. That's not the stand of the signal. So I thought, I wonder if it's in one of the other pictures. So I looked in the other picture, and you can see there's a separation there between the signal and what looked like a stand is. There it is. You can see it. So that thing there, I know what that is. That's a water tank. So that there is what they used to fill the steamers up with water when they came into the station, yeah? So you can see the signal behind it. And this picture here shows that water tank. So I thought, I wonder if that's still there. Because I remember when I was a kid, there used to be a water tank over on the pitch and putt ground. I thought, oh wow, what was that for? I didn't realise at the time, because I was only about like 6 or 7 years old, that it was anything to do with the line. But although I did kind of think it was something to do with the station, but I didn't know what it was, yeah. It had a big rubber pipe on it, which is what that is there, yeah. So let's have a look at the new picture. This is only a few years old, this picture. So let's have a look, see if we can find it, see if it's there, because we found the trees. So let's go back up, and we'll go over, and we'll zoom in. Look, there it is, it's there. The pipe's there, so that water tank pipe is still there, yeah? So when we go over there, because I used to play on that when I was a kid, I remember falling off it, scraping my leg one time, so it's going to be really interesting. To me personally, it's going to be really interesting to see that, because when I was there as a kid, I didn't know the context of what it was for. And now I know, I can see what it was part of the platform. It's at the end of the platform there, look. So the platform just finishes there, and there's the water pipe. So the train would come in, obviously kept it away from the passengers, and then they would fill up the steam. The steam would pull up there with all the carriages behind, and that would fill up the water tank. Yeah. So that was that I saw when I was a kid. Yeah. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing that, and actually looking at those trees, because the trees, you can see here, the tree has grown massively, because that first bit is more like a stump of a tree on this original image. That first one is more like a stump of a tree, but on here it's like it's a big tree on its own, although like I say, those two are leaned back, but that is quite a tall tree now. And the original tree where they would trim it back, that's really grown. I mean, that's like twice the height now. You can see, if I get the heights of the water tanks, if I get the water tank heights roughly the same on both pictures, you can see how much the tree has grown since that time. So what I'm going to do is zoom in so the water tanks are the same size roughly. So let's go back a bit. That's about right there. Yeah. So if we come up, let's get them level, so that if we bring that to the same height as that one, so you can see here the water tanks are now about the same height, but look at how much bigger the tree is. You know, it's nearly twice the size. And also, of course, there's no trimming anymore. That would have been trimmed back to about there, but of course there's no trains anymore, so they don't need to trim the tree. So the tree has grown out quite significantly out there. So it's going to be fun to see that. Anyway, that's it.